Hello there, this is Keyslinger5, and I'm back with episode 2 of this making music video series that I am doing. And this episode is on how to choose the right character or characters to match the song you have chosen. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The first step when choosing the proper song and characters for your music video is to make sure that all the lyrics work. Every single one. You don't want a line that doesn't make sense. For instance, the chorus may work wonderfully, but if the verse doesn't work too, you either have to cut out the verse somehow or not have the verse. There's many songs that are examples of having a good chorus to match something, but the verse might be so specific that you can't do it. There are some easy solutions to this. One is you can find a instrumental or a karaoke version of the song and edit the song to cut out the verse, or you can just try to take out the verse. Here's an example of a video I did where I edited out all the verses.
I never thought of myself as mean.
So the chorus worked, but the verses really would not have worked for any character from the Kingdom Hearts series. The chorus, however, does work for at least Larxene. It could work for a couple other characters. I chose Larxene mostly because I don't have another song that could work for Larxene. This is a song that would work for Larxene, so I took the opportunity since there's so few. So that's one thing you can do. You might just remove one line. You might do that via just editing it out. One thing with music edits, and I will probably do a video on this in the future, make sure the music cuts sound good. Just try to not have to edit the audio of your songs as much as you can. I will do a video to give you guys some tips on audio editing because that's one of the worst things in music videos is poorly edited audio. Nothing will make your video look more sloppy and less professional than having jerky, bad audio. So, if you find a song that doesn't work for the verses and the chorus and the bridge and the intro and everything, maybe consider picking a different song, or you can try to tackle the monster of audio editing. But definitely don't just ignore it and just say, oh, I'll put whatever there. Do not do that. It looks so bad if everything else matches except for the verses. If you can't find something to match the lyric, cut it out, choose a different song, don't just muscle through it. Now, there is one exception to this, and that's my personal rule. My personal rule is if there is a single line in a song that doesn't work, just one that I can kind of fudge, I may go ahead and fudge it, but that's only if there is one in the entire song. Doesn't repeat, doesn't come back again, one. You can fudge one. Two is negotiable. Once you get more than about three, it's time to think about doing something else. Example of this is in my video to One of Us.
Deception, disgrace, evil is plain as the scar on his face.
Alright, now obviously Roxas does not have a scar on his face. We can all see that. Even if you don't know Kingdom Hearts, that character does not have a scar on his face. It's just obvious. But it was that or do the video to Zigbar or Sykes or someone who actually does have a scar on their face, and really the song matched Roxas best. So I fudged that and went, you know what, that's close enough. There's an example of one line being fudged. And if the fudged line doesn't detract too much from the video, it's okay. Just watch that. One last note on lyrics before we move on to the next point. When looking up lyrics, do not trust the lyric videos on YouTube, because sometimes what's being said is not quite what we hear. Lots of examples of that. Just don't trust fan-made videos. If it's a lyric video that you can tell is done by the people who wrote the song, the official people, then fine. If not, I would try to find a booklet if I were you, or like an official website. Try to find something official. If you really can't find something official, listen really hard. But don't trust lyric videos on YouTube. Just don't trust them. Number 2, make sure you have enough scenes to do the video. To do a video right, you need to not do one sceners. If you could change the scene every line, pretty much at measure breaks is what I normally do. That you kind of got to feel, but via the song. Just make sure that you have enough footage to do a video of whatever length. For instance, there are characters in the Kingdom Hearts series that I could not do a good music video to because I don't have enough of them to do a proper video. Examples of this, Lexaeus, very little screen time, very little action. He has one thing he does. Okay, that's like his only action shot. So really, especially if it's a side character in something, make sure you do have enough footage before you start, and don't be afraid if you get partway through and decide, oh, you know what, I really don't have enough footage to do an effective video to this character. Number 1 rule is never be afraid to back off and say, you know what, this isn't good. Don't be ashamed, it's not a shameful thing. I have music videos that will never see the light of day ever again. Ever. Those were bad. So make sure you have enough to actually show what the character is about and match up with the song. Sometimes you'll have a song that matches a character, but not enough footage of the character to put to the song. It's kind of hard to explain. You can normally tell if you've got enough or not. Main character, normally enough footage, just without saying. But a side character, maybe not. Depends on the side character. Alright, the following other steps, I've kind of managed to pull it out into steps, but really this process, after you've looked at the lyrics and made sure that all your lyrics work for what you want to do the video to, who or what you want to do the video to, these next steps all kind of happen at once and kind of while you're starting to work with the video. And the longer you work with your source material, and the more familiar you get with the story and characters of whatever you're doing it to, the more easily and more fluid this process will become. So here are the next things that I have determined. Number 3, determine the tone. Is the song happy? Is the song sad? Is the singer angry? Is the singer really, really pumped up and happy? Is it a throwing off chains song? Is it a I'm so miserable song? What is the song about? Now obviously this varies from song to song. Since most characters are complex, normally the same character will work across tones. If your character doesn't work across tones, then you've got a flat character. And flat characters are harder to do music videos to. Just a fact. Here's an example of a more upbeat tone to a set of characters. Now here's the same characters with a mournful, sad, wistful tone.
Come and find me.
I'm empty and I'm cold and my heart's about to break. Come and find me.
I need you to come here and find me.
These same 3 characters work for both of these tones, even though they are very different. You'll use different scenes for the most part, but there'll be some overlap. It depends on the song, it depends on the characters, it depends on a lot of things. Many things with this step are very, very fluid. There's no right answer, but make sure you've kind of nailed this down. And this is somewhat subconscious. If you're matching the lyrics, you'll normally get this part easy. So in the end, just make sure that you've figured out what the tone is. Is the singer angry? Is the singer sad? What are they angry about? What are they sad about? What are they happy about? Are they just happy? Have they just triumphed over everything? What's the tone? What are the characters that'll match that? What are the lyrics? Just kind of balance that all. I know it sounds very complicated. It's really not. And if you've listened to the song a lot while thinking about the characters that would match it, then a lot of this is done for you before you even start. The more streamlined the process is, the better your videos will be. And number 4, determine the point of view. This kind of goes along with the tone. I've thought it through just because I wanted to explain the process to you guys, but really, it's not hard. This all sounds a lot harder than it really is. So, who or what is the singer singing about? Is he singing about himself? Is he singing to someone? Normally the singer is singing for a reason to someone, be it the audience, himself, or someone specific. You'll want to isolate that point of view, and that should reflect in your video. Normally, you'll pick a character that is the singer, in a way, or several characters who are, quote-unquote, the singer. I'll do some examples and kind of explain the thought process behind this.
Got some things I need to say. Now that it's over, I just wanna hold her. I give up all the world to see that little piece of heaven looking back at me.
In this example, Axel is the singer, and he's singing to Roxas and Xion. Sometimes your point of view will shift between maybe a few characters, maybe a lot of characters. The ones that I call mashups will swap between all characters. Here's an example of a mashup.
Hey, yo, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot.
So this doesn't have one character singing. It's everyone and anyone. And here's kind of an interesting example that's very different than other ones.
He asked for trouble the moment he came.
It's that time, disgrace. Evil as plain as the sun.
Yep, that's right, it's back again. Twice in one video! Woo! This song is directed to someone. In this case, it's directed to Roxas from pretty much everyone else. Because we've got some of Diz, we've got the organization, had a little bit of the Twilight Town groups, both of them, and it's all directed at this one character. So there's the focal point, but Roxas isn't the singer. He's the one getting sung to. A few tips for determining who the singer is or what the song is about, kind of both at once. Is the singer using the word I? Are they using the word you? If you can determine who they're singing to or what they're singing about, you'll have a much easier time figuring out what you want the video to show. That's all the help I have for you guys today. A quick note, my life is kind of busying up a bit here. I've got midterms coming up, so I may or may not actually get a video out next week. We'll see. I'll definitely be able to do one during my spring break, which is coming up right after midterms. And hopefully things will calm down a little bit after that. As always, you guys rule. You guys are cool. You guys know what's good. Thanks again, guys. You guys are amazing. If you watch this, you get a free fist bump / high five, and have a great rest of your day. See you guys soon. Bye.